Hey, what's up, guys? This is going to be a tutorial on how to make a server. This is going to be a real basic tutorial. I'll have a more advanced and faster version coming out later, but this will just be a quick one for now. I already went ahead and set up the folder for the tutorial server I'm going to have. Obviously, if you don't know me, I'm XWY, the developer from Jake's server. I don't know how else you'd find this channel, but yeah. Anyway, so basically what you're going to need to start out is your jar file. That's going to be so that's going to be basically what the entire server runs off of. So I'm trying to make this simple. Um, so you're basically going to download this from the internet, or you're going to go on GitHub and get the build tools and all that, which is what I did. So I got all these versions, but I'm just going to go ahead and use Spigot 1.8. So I'll leave the download link for Spigot if you guys want to grab that. But basically what I did is I just copied and pasted it from the download. And yeah, so I just renamed it server.jar. I already have the EULA set up because you're going to need to enter the EULA to true once you start up your server if you don't already have this. And then I also have a bat file that starts it up. So basically this is like an exe, and you're just going to need to go ahead and copy in this stuff. So go ahead and pause the video if you really want to look at that. And I'll go ahead and show you now how to make this. So basically what you're going to have to do is make a new text document or something. I don't know, call it, I don't know, ASDF dot text, and then, or just name it ASDF. And then you're going to have to go up into view up here. It might be like this, but you're going to have to click on that, go to file name extensions to show that. And then you want to rename this to, instead of text, bat. Yes. And then go ahead and edit it. Your editor is probably not going to look like mine, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and leave the code for this, the description as well, for ease of access if you guys really don't want to type it out. If you want to type it out, just go back a couple seconds and whatnot. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna go through what these lines of code actually do, even though I keep saying go back to it. Like I'm not gonna open it again. Anyway, title tutorial server. I'm getting ahead of myself. Um, so I'm just gonna open up command prompt to show you guys what it looks like. So if I do title tutorial, if I can spell it. Oh my goodness. It'll name the top here tutorial instead of it showing command prompt at the top, or the name of the bat file. And then the color would be pretty much the same colors as you would in normal Minecraft. The first one is the background, so if I wanted light blue, B, and then A for the light lime green text. And oh my goodness, that looks bad. Um, yeah. So I just stick to 0A because that's the easiest to read in my opinion. Um, and then this is going to be what actually starts up your Minecraft server. So yeah, this is probably the most important part. The rest of this you don't really need. Echo off, that just makes, when it starts up, it really doesn't matter. You're probably not going to notice it anyway. Um, and then the pause right after this just pauses it after the server stops. All right. Oh, one more important thing in here. So you're going to have to name this right here, the name of your jar file, the spigot. So if it's spigot, you just rename that to spigot.jar. If it's not a jar, then you have a problem and you need to re-download it or something, or unpackage it if it's a zip or something. But yeah, so This is going to be a real slow episode to explain stuff in more detail for those of you who don't really understand this. And I guess if you're watching this, you probably don't understand it too well, but all right, so I started up the server just double clicking the bat file, and it's loading up right now, preparing the world and whatnot. So basically, if you're hosting this off your computer, you're going to need to set up port forwarding, which I can do a tutorial later if necessary. If you're hosting this off of a website, you're probably not going to have to do the start.bat. You might only need to select your server version on the website, and that might just be it. And then click start. If you're hosting this off your laptop or PC or whatever, it's going to be more or less exactly the same as what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm going to start up Minecraft real quick, and then we'll join the server real quick. So if you're joining the server just on your laptop or PC, you're going to be joining localhost, and localhost is the PC that you're on. So the IP address for localhost is 127.0.0.1. So once Minecraft loads up, I will go ahead and show you what I mean by that. Show you how it works exactly. Because I think you can do just type in, no, maybe not. Yeah, that's local host, and then you might be able to do that. Yeah, I think so. Yep. So that's a replacement for 127.0.0.1. There you go. So that's that. And so basically that's the basic tutorial if you really want to, if all you really want is a normal Minecraft server. Well, normal vanilla Minecraft server. There's still different stuff like the bucket help, because the normal Minecraft help is going to be different from the bucket help. And bucket help is probably going to provide more commands, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the basic, but you're probably going to want more than that. So the first plugin you'll probably want, it's the easiest, but there's plenty of replacements. It's Essentials, and Essentials literally means the bare essentials, the bare minimum you need. But it's not bare minimum, I guess. But anyway, let me just go ahead and grab that from my download server. It's download server, downloads folder. Because I did not download that just for this, because I have so many different essentials here. Here we go. And that is the wrong folder. Tutorial server. So you're going to want to put that essentials jar in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and further explain the stuff in here. Actually, no, I'll do that at the end. Oh, yeah, to op yourself, you need to go ahead and just go in console, type in op and then your name. Just like a command, just don't type the slash. And then reload is just a fast restart, except it doesn't stop the server. And it reloads the plugins, except it's not really supported, as you can see right here. But yeah. If you have enough plugins with Spigot, I believe it kicks all the players to reload, but it doesn't stop the server. So it should be faster than stopping, unless you have some kind of plugin that doesn't support reload at all. But yeah, so that's adding in essentials. So now we have essentials. We do slash help. We're going to have a different help than we did before. We had help index 1 out of 2. Now we have help page 1 out of 14 because essentials adds so many commands. So that's basically essentials for you. I mean, you can go ahead and set up the essentials config, but I'm going to have an entire video for that because that's such a big config. So I mean, you can set spawn. Oh no, that's essential spawn, sorry. I'll grab essential spawn too while I'm at it. Why not? You guys saw that little peak there. I was looking at crap to get my mic to sound better. All right, there we go. I actually got the plugin from my downloads folder because I couldn't get it the first time and all that crap. Anyway, reload real quick. Let me just feed myself. So now we should have set spawn. Yep. So now if we do slash spawn, it'll send us to the spawn here. And of course, essential spawn, that's pretty much all it really does. I mean, it does a little bit, but not too much. Like essentials does. Like, it didn't even add a page to help. And essentials added 12 pages. I think that says quite a bit. Anyway, yeah. So now I'm gonna go back and explain some of these files for the server. So if you have a server hosted on, say, MC Pro hosting or aquatis.host, somebody, um, etc. I don't even know. You're gonna have these files like whitelist. That's basically just players that can join. If you have slash whitelist on, it's like banning everybody but certain people temporarily. User cache. I'm not even gonna explain that. You don't have to worry about it. Spigot.yml. You're gonna get this with only Spigot versions. If you get Craft Bucket, then you're going to get bucket.yml, but Spigot also generates bucket.yml. However, bucket.yml or .yml is very limited with Spigot. And then we have server properties here. So this is going to be important for your server. All right, so we have spawn protection here. That's basically the blocks protected around the spawn point. So if you have trouble with a player not being able to use an anvil or chest or ender chest near spawn, but they can do it elsewhere, that's probably what it is. Generator settings, that's for... I'll explain that in a later video. Force game mode false, that will, on joining and stuff, or in-game, it will force you to be in this game mode. You can't switch out of it with commands. I'm not sure which one it is, on joining or not being able to switch out of it as a whole. Allow nether, that's allow players to use nether portals and actually generate a nether. And then we have broadcast console to ops, that's like stuff like this opt xwy by server. And then we have, where did I just leave off? Enable query. You don't even have to worry about that. Player idle timeout, that'll be a kicking time. 0 is for don't. Difficulty 0 is peaceful, 1 is easy, 2 is normal, I believe, and etc. Spawn monsters, that's pretty obvious. Op permission level. Unless you don't have a permissions plugin, you're really not gonna use this, but I mean, you can. Resource pack hash, I'll go over that in another. Announce player achievements, true, that's for stuff like, get an example here with getting wood. Like that, basically, in chat where other people can see it, instead of in the top corner. PvP, that's pretty obvious. Allow PvP in the world. Snooper enabled, you don't have to worry about that. Level type default, this is if you want to have flat world and stuff like that. Hardcore is where players can only respawn once, I believe, or they can't even respawn. Enable command block, that's if you want to be able to use command blocks on your server. So if I give myself a command block and go in creative, command blocks are not enabled on the server, but if I change this to true, they'll be enabled, but I have to restart the server in order for this to apply. Max players, that's the amount, that's pretty obvious. On player list where it says like 100 or 1, this 1 is something custom. You can't just type in max players 1 and it'll do this. Let's see. Network compression threshold, you probably won't ever have to worry about that. Probably won't have to worry about that either, but that limits how big the world can be. Server port, if you're on a host on a website, you're probably not going to be able to change this, but you can change this for if you're on your laptop or something, change it to, I don't know, 25560. And then when you connect, instead of using localhost, you use 25560 instead of 25565. But Minecraft automatically puts 25565. And then let's see, server IP, you're probably not going to want to touch that, so just leave that empty. Allow flight, that's just like crappy Minecraft anti-fly hacks, I guess. I mean, yeah. Level name world. I'll go into this and help you out with switching worlds later, but if you add in another world, or you just want to generate a new world, just change the name of this to like World 1 or Pi or something. View distance, that's, I believe, entities, how far away you can see entities. Resource pack, I'll go over that in another. Spawn animals, true, that's obvious. Whitelist, true, that's if whitelisting is enabled, like if you can do the command /whitelist. Generate structures, that's if villages and strongholds and stuff will spawn. Max build height, you can't really change. I mean, you could get like a mod to change that, but as far as I know, changing this in the server properties doesn't really help you much. Level seed, that's if you don't want this seed, because I mean, if anyone wants the seed, there's a seed. You can type it in here. Archon, you probably won't ever need to touch that. And MOTD, that's something like this. I'll show you with Mudkip. That's something like this, where it says, "Welcome to the Mudkip network." In order to change colors, it's something like /UA792 or something. Something crazy like that. I'm sure that's not it, but it's /U or something. Look up like Minecraft MOTD server colors or something on Google or something, and you'll find it. So that's server properties. And then we have permissions. Unless you really want to use the bucket permissions plugin or spigot, either one, I wouldn't recommend touching that. Health.yml, I've never touched this before actually. I mean, you can go through and check this if you really want to, but it's not essential to anything. Commands, I don't even know what this is either. No, I don't know what that is either. And then banned players and banned IPs is just where it saves people who got banned. So say I ban Jake. If I can spell Jake correctly. So now Jake will be banned, and then it should be in here. I don't know if it updates immediately or not. Yeah. Yeah, so it says the source who banned them and stuff. Expires. That's if it was a temp ban or something. UUID. That's saved to the player. So if they change their name to something else, like I don't know, Billy Bob Joe or Billy Bob, um, then they'll still be banned. And this is reason, so that'll be displayed when they get banned on their screen or when they try to rejoin. It'll say banned from server, reason, banhammer has spoken. That's pretty obvious, I think. Banned IPs, that's if you don't want people to just be able to go onto another, I don't know, say you go to someone else's house and then they join the server on, um, or no, not if they go to someone else's house. Um, if somebody at the same house as someone who got banned, should be banned too. So say another account joins from the same area or IP address, then they'll also be banned. So say IP ban or ban IP. I don't know, 1.2.3.4 or something. So then anybody with the IP address 1.2.3.4 won't be able to join the server, even if they have different accounts. And even if one of the accounts is banned and one isn't, they won't be able to join unless they have a VPN or something. But that's ban evasion. You can prevent that with another plugin that's called mban proxy or something. I don't know. There's plenty of plugins to do it. Anyway, so the logs, that's for saving the console. So everything that's gone on in this console gets saved here for the day. So say I want to look for uh when I did /spawn. There we go. That's when I did /spawn in the previous commands. But yeah. So that's most of the files here, if not all. But yeah. All right, so that'll be it for this episode. If you liked, leave a like. If you have any questions, go ahead and message me on Discord. I'll provide my Discord in the comment or not the comment description. Most of the questions asked in description I probably won't answer because I'm not going to check the comments very often. I'm going to be honest. Um, I mean, I might, but yeah, that's that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your day.